Welcome to Breakthrough with Jeff. This is where we live life with zero limits. And today we're talking about a very interesting topic. So welcome those who are joining me. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Breakthrough with Jeff. Living life with zero limits. Today we're talking about relationships. Are you in a relationship? Are you getting into a relationship? Are you planning to fall in love? Are you planning to fall out of love? I don't know. Where are you in terms of, I get so many questions and inquiries about relationships, and it's because this is an area of our lives where our most joy or unhappiness comes from. If you make the wrong choices of relationships or people around you, you're making wrong choices about your happiness or lack of it. And so I want to discuss levels of relationship. Then tell me which level are you playing your relationships on? Oh, there's someone here telling me, Glory, Ogochi, Happy New Year, sir. Happy New Year. Welcome to the show. And so we're talking about relationships. We're talking about love, finding love, levels of relationships, and how to make this, to break through into your ideal relationship. Remember, I've been sharing about some of the insights from where is this book? From this book, Breakthrough with Jeff. And of course, for us to break through in life, relationship is one of the key areas of our breakthrough. And so people forget that there are levels of relationship, and then you're not sure where are you playing. And so I'll just share the 3 levels of relationship, and then we'll dive deeper. Let me know which level are you playing and how, what's your experience. This is, all of us are in a relationship. It doesn't matter whether it's relationship with yourself, with God, with people in your corporate world. It doesn't matter. All of life is about relationships. My father told me that everything you need is with someone else, and you have to relate with them a certain way to get it. It's very interesting. My dad was telling me that when I was a small boy, everything you'll ever need, someone else has it. Someone else has it. Whether it's your boss, whether it's your partner, whatever you need, someone else has it. And you have to learn to give them before. I don't know how my dad used to know all these philosophies. Now I'm learning it, through coaching and all that. I realized my dad has always known these things. So levels of relationship. The first level is where it's all about having your needs being met by the other person. So it's sort of like, I'm with you because you're meeting my need. It's the first level. It's the lowest level of interaction. And I surprise you, this might surprise you, that most people play the game of relationship at this level, where it's all about my needs being met. And so we get into relationship to have our needs being met by another person. Now, this is good, and every human being desires to have their needs met. But then this is a very low level of relationship, and very soon that relationship will die. It will not live for long. So if you bring 2 people and everyone is all about meet my need, everyone is about, they are so needy of each other. It's all about meet my need, that relationship will not last for long. The second level of relationship is where we are meeting each other's needs intentionally. So you meet my needs, I meet your needs. There's a sort of exchange, okay? So we grow from just me, and being so needy to let's meet each other's need. And so, but you're meeting my need because I'm meeting your need. As long as your needs are not met, you're out of that relationship, and you should be out of that relationship like yesterday. uh, on that level. Now, when you go to the third level, which is the highest level of relationship, is where you're totally sold out. You love this person, you are devoted to them, whether in sickness or in disease and in health. You are there devoted to meet their needs, and you place their needs before yours. Not many relationships ever reach this place where you can actually place the other person's needs before yours. And so most people live on the first level where it's all about my needs. If you don't meet my needs, and it's all about attention for each other, and you want your needs to be met. And if your needs are not met, you're out of the relationship. Okay? Why are you out? Because my needs were not met. But when you give yourself enough time to go to the second level where you care about your needs being met, but also you're there to contribute to the other person's needs, then you're growing in your relationship. And there are people who've been married, they've been in a relationship, dating maybe for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and your relationship never moved from the first level. There are people who've been married for 30 years and they are still about needy, creepy, kind of vibe with each other. It's all about being needy, which is really childish, is a baby kind of relationship. We call it baby love. It's baby love. It's still milk-ish. We are still taking milk. Because you need attention and you need, meet my need. I think relationship, especially intimate relationships, should be really for mature people. But all of us, okay, to get to maturity, it's a process. And I want you to know, as you get into relationships, give yourself time and know which level are you at. Which level is your partner? Because sometimes you're on the third level, you're actually committed, but this guy is on the first level. They are takers. They're just taking, and they never think about you. This is how you know you're on the third level, where it's all about maturity, it's about giving, it's about service, it's about putting the other person's need before your needs. You know that when you're not needy, you know that when you come from a place of overflow, because I can't give what I don't have. You cannot expect me to give to you and to be that person on the third level when my needs are not met, myself. So this is a secret. This is a secret. Okay, take a deep breath. Let's get the secret. Fasten your seatbelt. You've got to meet your needs primarily by yourself. Don't look to the other person to meet your need. Meet your needs 100%. Come from a place of overflowing cup. Don't come from a place of emptiness. So when two people, let's say you're young people, you're getting into a relationship, both of you have already met your needs, and I'll discuss what are these needs, so that you know what needs are you meeting. And I discuss them. Breakthrough with Jeff is about meeting these needs so that you can live from, an overflowing kind of relationship that is nourishing. You're happy in your life and your relationship. Okay, so the rule is meet your needs first so that you're not looking to the other person to sustain you. You get into this relationship because your life is already empty, is shaky, and you're looking for a life support. Relationships should not be a life support. It shouldn't. And you should not play life support to any human being. If your relationship is a life support, we call them toxic relationships. You're holding on to someone, you're carrying them on your shoulders. It's toxic. It's unloving, it's unbearable. You need to find your place first. Find your fulfillment. Feed your heart. David says, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lay down in green pastures. He restores my soul. My cup overflows. Now, if you don't have that place where you connect with yourself, with your God, to a place where you have love to give, don't ask a human being to give you love. There's no human being that is God enough to sustain another person's need for love. Find that love first, and then from overflowing, when it's overflowing, feed people from your saucer. Don't feed them from your cup. Don't give what you need. Don't give when you need, when you are needy. Give when you're overflowing. Give from the saucer. Give from the overflow. There you give freely. You're not giving because you need, because you're already fulfilled. You are fulfilled. You are fulfilled. And so you're not looking. So when you're giving, and this is how you know if you're in a relationship, if every time you buy your spouse a gift, oh, you're always waiting, how will they revenge? I'm waiting for your revenge, you know. I'm waiting for you to revenge, by the way. That gift I bought you, then it's all coming from a place of fulfillment. It's coming from a place of need. I gave it to you because I'm needy of something that I cannot give myself, but I know you have it. And so I give you so you can give me. Mature relationship is from a solid place where you're giving out of overflow, out of abundance, out of who you are. You're giving out of overflowing abundance. When you reach there, your relationship is healthy. It's not about age, it's about maturity. It's not about how long you're in a relationship. I know people have been married for 40 years and they are still toddlers in this relationship, talk, in the relationship journey. They're still needy and they're still crybabies. Although they are old men and old women, they're still crybabies. They're still needy. And I hear, as men actually go towards their 50s, 60s, they actually become more and more babyish. It doesn't matter the age. We're not talking about the age here. We're talking about maturity. When you mature, you overflow with love. You give from a place of abundance, not from a place of need. And that's how you know, okay, your love is secure. Your love is grounded. I'm not giving so I can get. I'm giving because this is who I am. I am overflowing and I'm looking, who can I share my love with? And I share with this special person that I gave my vow. Okay, so you're not there because you don't love someone because you gave them your vow. That is empty. Kind of marriage is an empty relationship. Oh, I told you I'll love you forever. No, that does not hold any water. It will dry, it will run dry. You're just there because it's an institution holding you there. I want you to be there because of love, because you love this person. Allow your relationship to mature, to get to that place where you're meeting your needs first, and then from that place of meeting your needs first, you can meet the needs of the other person. Okay, guys, what are these needs? Now, there's a psychologist who is a coach, a life coach, and a life strategist. His name is Tony Robbins. He's my teacher. This is what he said. You can read his book, Awaken the Giant Within. It talks about the 6 human needs. And this is learning from Maslow's The Needs Psychology. And he draws into what these needs, they fall in every area of life. And these are the needs I'm talking about. These are why we do what we do. The first need is the need of certainty. We want to be sure of ourselves. So when I look into my spouse for my certainty, to be sure of myself, I'm asking too much. The first thing is I need to be sure of myself before even I look into having a relationship. I want my own grounded certainty. Find yourself first before you find a spouse, before you find someone to love. Otherwise, utakuwa unatuletea shida. You're bringing problems. So find yourself before you find a relationship. So when you find a relationship to fix yourself because you're broken inside, you're messing up things. And you're going to mess that relationship and the next one and the one after until you take a break and say, I'm done with this mess. Let me deal with myself. And so at that point, when you find yourself and you find your certainty and you meet your need for certainty, you will come from a place of power. You love the person you want to love, not the one that actually manipulates you into love. And that is true breakthrough when you find your true love. So the number one need, the need for certainty. You want to be sure of yourself. You want to be sure of who you are. Otherwise, if you don't know who you are, you're lost and you're going to mess someone else's life and waste your time. The second need is the need for significance. We want someone to need us. We want to feel needed. We want to be significant. And we want to feel we are important. So if you don't meet that need as you, as Jeff, feel your own self-importance. Find something that makes you feel special. If it's the relationship that makes you feel special, you're beaten. I know I used to tell this joke of this young guy who met a lady, and all the guy would say, you are my everything. You know, you are my everything. Without you, I can do nothing. Without you, I'm beaten. You are my everything. Once this lady told me that, I'm like, you know what? You need to think twice, because a guy that tells you you are my everything, that means that they are using you to meet their needs. If you're not there, they are gone. They are broken. Tell that man to find himself first. Take time. Tell them you're praying. Enda katoloni. Go pray. Give a reason to take some time with yourself. If you love the person, let them find themselves. Let them find what fulfills them first. Before walete hizo their neediness before you. And you work on yourself. You know, one thing for you to know why you're attracting needy people is because you are needy. Needy attract needy. Needy attract needy. When you find you're only attracted to broken people, it's because you're broken. Broken attracts broken. Life is energy. The people who are coming to you most of the time, they are reflecting who you are. And it's a way of God telling you areas of your life that you need to heal and needs that you need to meet. So you meet the need for certainty, you meet the need for significance, you feel important. Find what makes you feel important. Don't come to look for it in a relationship. Don't come to make, it's marriage that makes you feel important. And so even when it's not working or you're being beaten in that marriage, you stay there because it's meeting that need for importance. You see, if you meet your needs, kikiumana, if things are not working, you go back to your mother with both eyes, 2 hands, 2 legs, and your body parts together. You can start all over again. Don't die. Don't die there just because someone is meeting your needs. The other need is the need for growth. Are you growing? Does this person grow you? If a relationship is not growing you, tell me what reason you're in that relationship. Why are you in that relationship if you're not growing? And why? And so the first thing is, first of all, grow yourself to a place where the need is not being met just by another person. And the other one is contribution. Find something to contribute on the planet, something that gives you joy. So that when you're with this person, you're coming from a place of joy. And then, so if you're in state number 2, you're giving each other certainty, assurance. And some of the things that give each other certainty is trust. You trust each other. You're giving each other, you're meeting each other's need for certainty. But it needs to start with you trusting yourself, because it doesn't matter how much you want me to trust you. If you don't trust yourself, you will just find a way to mess up the relationship. Another need that we met in relationships is the need for variety. Variety, by the way, is the reason why people even cheat on each other. It's the need for variety. It's because someone's need for the relationship doesn't have spice of variety. Yani too boring. It's boring stuff from January to December. There's no variety. You're just saying the same thing. You're repeating the same thing. Boring relationship. And you have Google. Even if you cannot afford my book, which is really affordable, Google these things. Information is free, my friend. Don't Google How do you do this? So that there is variety in the relationship. You're meeting, but then meet that need yourself. Meet the need for variety first yourself, and then meet with each other. And then when you mature, you can meet these needs for your spouse without needing anything. But then perhaps most of us are not yet there. Not perhaps, most of us are not there. In fact, if there's a percentage, it's about 2 or 3% of the planet that are there, you're in a place where you're here to meet this person's need because you've met yours completely. Hata mi naelekea huko. We are in this journey. It's a journey. It's a journey, my friend. Sometimes I feel, I need my needs met. Hey, sometimes you want to play the game. You see the game. We talk about the game. You want to play the game. You wait for the other person. It's because tuko na kautoto. Friend of mine calls them kaujinga, kaflani. You're waiting for the other person to do something so you can do it. Something that you have the power and the potential to do it. And so we remain the same and the relationship doesn't grow. Okay? So what do you do with all this information that I'm telling you? Number one, you need to sit down with your spouse, ask yourself, where are we? What level are we playing in our relationship? You can begin with yourself. What level, what position are you playing? Is it the level of just your needs being met? You're just here to meet your needs? Or are you here to meet each other's needs? Are you meeting the other person's needs because your needs are being met? Or are you here, totally mature person? You've grown, you've matured. And I see there are young people, 24 years, 30 years old, who have actually matured to this place where they are so fulfilled. They have met their needs to a place where they're in this relationship to meet the other person's needs. Even if what happens, direct translation, hata nini ifanyike, they are there to meet, they are committed, life and death. And I think in church, by the way, we are falsely making false commitment, because when you say till death do us part, only people on the third level of relationship can make that commitment. Not people who are there just till death do us part. Now uko hapo for your needs to be met, and you're saying till death do us part. So please, I'm with you. And someone gets stuck on you like a leech. They don't want to leave you even when it's not working. Now, as I end, let me talk about relationships that are not working, because that's where maybe majority of people, unajua, by the way, relationships can fail, especially when there is no intimacy. Intimacy is attraction. Attraction is when you want the other person so badly. That is what is the fuel of relationship. When there is no intimacy, and it's not about age. I know people are old, like my parents are still in love. They are old. My dad is in his late 70s. They are in love. So it's not about age. It's about how you play with your intimacy with each other. Are you really, intimacy is about, North Pole and South Pole pulling to each other. They attract each other. Now, let me tell you how people lose their magnets, their magnetic power, and they begin to repel each other. It's when women begin to behave like men and the men begin to behave like women. There is a repel. There is what we call, you repel each other. Because when a woman behaves like a man, you are masculine woman. And I know there's a generation where we inspired girls to be masculine, and we thought that's where the power of a woman is. Because we have had a lot of leadership of men, and so we think power is being like a man, and we have inspired our girls to act like men. And that way, there's no way you can be with a real man if you're acting like a man. There's going to be a fight. Even if that man God saved 1,000 years ago, a real man and a real man, they cannot really live together. The energy will repel each other. It's the same thing for men who are becoming like women. They are becoming so feminine, and they think it's humility. It's not. Be a man. Show your strength. Being a man is show your strength, show your presence, communicate, take action, say, yeah, this is it. This is a decision right now. Make the decision right in this moment. This is what we are doing. But then we've raised the boy child to be so sissy and so feminine and weak, and we like them that way. We've destroyed our society. We are losing an entire society, and it's getting worse and worse. If you're hearing me, let me tell you, let it begin with you. If you're a man, train your brain. Maybe your father was treated the way your mother was so strong that your dad just had to be a feminine man. They were weak men. They didn't have a voice. They were just, commanded around, do this, run, and so you bought from that idea, you became just like your father. You don't have to be like, that's a story. You can divorce that story and begin to live like a man. Show your presence. When you're with your spouse, show your presence. Be ready to have difficult conversations. Step up, step up, step up. Even when you feel there's a challenge. Because this is what we do as men. We hide in the cave. When things are challenging, we behave like tortoise. We hide our head until, the wind has passed, then we show up. Or we hide with alcohol and other things, or mpango, something that just hides the battle, so we can run away. Let me tell you, face your challenges like a man. Face them. Life is not easy. Who told you life is easy? Why did you come here? This is not easy. Life is not easy. Life is for warriors. Be a warrior. And for you as a lady, be feminine. Feel your feminine. Your power is in your femininity. Feel your sweetness. Be sweet in your voice. To command people around. You're commanding your husband like you work for KDF. No, come on. Be sweet. Even if you work for KDF and you're a lady, don't forget you're a woman. Be sweet. That's where your power is. That's why your power is in your femininity. Otherwise, strong women who are, and strong, I mean definition of strong in the 70s, 80s, going to the 90s, where we thought strong means being a man, which is not true. It's false. Strong means being yourself and being in your true nature. That's what strong is. Strong is not, it doesn't have a gender. It's not male or female. And so you're strong when you're in your true nature. As a lady, be a lady. Be sweet and nice and kind, even when things are tough. Because let me tell you, the patterns I've seen with my clients, when things are tough, women become like men. They become tough. When things are tough, men become like women. They become, this sweet voice, and very, very, you're a man. Man up. Step up. Step up. You have to show that leadership. And women, you lead by being that sweet natured person. That's how you lead. With your nature of character, you lead. Men, with your action and taking action and showing your presence. Showing your presence. Not just showing it. Let her feel it. When you're there, be there. And I'm telling you things I'm practicing myself. I'm learning. The more you practice, the more you make it permanent. I don't talk about these things because I'm the master. No, I talk about these things because I know they are true for all of us. And the more I practice, the more I enjoy my relationship, the more I play at a higher level, the more I walk towards the level of fulfillment. And I don't want just to enjoy alone. So enjoy it, play at the level of fulfillment with your family, with in your relationship. Later on, we'll talk about how does this need play in a corporate level, in relationships, in the office and all that. But if you want to go deeper, if you want to know how do you break through, maybe you've been trying to break through to your ideal imagined relationship, and it's so hard. I mean, you cannot understand this person. Why does this person do what they do? There are several of my books, including Breakthrough with Jeff, that you can get to really just begin to free yourself. And I wish you all the freedom. Life is too short to suffer. Life is too short to live a life of desperate neediness. Life is created to be enjoyed, and life is enjoyed when there's, that intimacy and fulfillment. Because if there's no that intimacy and fulfillment, even your work could be, you're tired and you don't know what to do. You're dragging your feet and your boss is always complaining. The problem is not your work. Watch your intimate relationship. You realize the challenge is there. Because this is a part of your soul where it has to be fulfilled. The need has to be met for other areas. You see, there's a hierarchy of needs. There's a hierarchy of needs, just like the hierarchy of needs of Maslow's needs. There's a hierarchy of emotional needs. There are needs, if they are not met, you cannot even talk about money. You are not interested. You want to be happy first. You want your relationships to prosper before you talk about pleasing your boss and all that. Intimacy first. Intimacy first. Thank you so much. Let me know if you're online. How are you interacting with this content? And how are, your relationship? What level are you playing? Let me know. Come on, don't just... I want you to play at the level of interaction. Interact with me. Don't just watch this guy and just go away. Let me know, what are your thoughts? Are you in a relationship? How has it been? Can you advise someone here? There are people actually following this page. There are people following this show, and they can actually know from you. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for walking with me. Let me know, where are you listening from, and what are you getting from this show? What's your takeaway from this show? I would like to know. I'm interested to know what's your takeaway. And where are you in your relationship? Are you do you have any questions? Perhaps you have a challenge you're going through. You can throw it down there. You have a challenge you're going through. We can find a solution. For the last many years, we've worked with so many couples, helping them to refresh, restart, reignite their passion by just understanding each other. Because if you don't understand where the other person is behaving the way they behave, you're like, is this person crazy? Sometimes you're trying to be all the sweetest you can ever be, and the other person is like they are pulling you in the opposite direction. You need to engage. Let me know how you're interacting with this. So if I can help, I'll be glad to help. Another thing, my friend, fulfillment comes through service. On level 3, you learn to serve the other person. You learn to put their needs first before your needs. And I'm not forcing you to go there. If you're not mature enough to go there, it's a process. It's a process. Walk through it, find a coach, get help, read a book, do whatever it takes, because on level 3, you get everything. Do you understand what happens like in a race? It's the same thing that happens in a relationship. Number 1 gets everything, while number 2 gets nothing. Have you watched the Olympics? Number 1 gets everything. They become a millionaire, and they were just ahead by just an inch. But they get everything. Number 2 gets nothing. You just get your flag lifted. Oh, yes. Oh, God of all creation. But you don't take anything home. Number 2 does it. So you have to play at the level number 3 for you to enjoy. There are people actually who will die without ever knowing the sweetness of being in a loving relationship. May you not be one of them. May that not be your destiny. Yay! Today is a Sunday. Can somebody say amen? May you not be, among those that will never know. There are people who ask me, what is love? What is this love about? What is this? They have no idea. Yani, they hear people talk about relationship and love. They think guys are just painting pictures. There's a question here. Let me see. I'm in a relationship, sir, from Nigeria. I am in 3rd level. Wow, congratulations, Anyanu. I am grateful to God. Before I was confused. After listening to you now, I know myself. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. Please enjoy your relationship. Show up fully. Play 100%. Give it your all. It's not about give and take. You're not waiting for the other person so you can respond. That's where you are. That's what level 3 is about. Giving from my saucer and not from my cup. This is my poignant. Yes, give from your saucer. You're not giving what you need. You're giving from overflow. From overflow. And when you've not reached from your overflow, don't demand it from the other person to push you to overflow. Although life and God will push you to that place of overflow, take yourself there. You know, I make this prayer every day. I tell God, let me not get to a place where life and God is dragging me to what I must do for me to be fulfilled, for me to be happy. Because this is what I tell people, life will guide the willing and drag along the unwilling to their destiny. So some of us will get there, but we'll get there with scars. We'll get there with scars because we were resistant. We were waiting for the other person to give before we give. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you for following Breakthrough with Jeff. Please serve by sharing with your spouse this whatever discussion we are doing here. If you have your spouse, tag them on this one, share this video with them. If there's someone you like, ask them, you know, what do you think? Share this video with them. You know, that could be a way of educating them and giving to them. Be a giver first before they give back to you. And if you're this person that's feeling needy, you know, we've said that relationship break because of lack of intimacy, where there is no attraction. And sometimes you're happy for 10 years and all of a sudden attraction dead. You look at this person, you feel stoned. You know, do you know what it means to feel stoned? And you feel like there's nothing. It's just there. The relationship is there. And one day you were so attracted to this person, you could not wait. They could tell you anything. They tell you, baby, take out the trash. You run, keep jogging. You take out the trash. You say, baby, anything else? But now they tell you, take out the trash. And like, am I your house help? You have 2 legs. Come on, go take or find someone. So that means your intimacy is actually dead, is dying or dead. So how do you work on your intimacy? If you are a lady, be more feminine. If you're a man, be more masculine. Be more masculine. The thing about society thinking that when a boy is too nice, is too showing, you know, always running around, commanded by everyone in the society, we call them good boys. Don't be a good boy. Be a man. Be a man. A relationship is not for boys. Relationships are for real men. And real men, they know, they come out, they show their presence, their masculinity. We even train men how to position yourself, your body. There's a way you can stand as a man. There's a way you can stand with the conversation that you have. The way you have that conversation, you have it from a place of powerful positioning. Position yourself powerfully as a man. You don't go so low and then you call it humility. My definition of humility is when you are the person God created you to be, not lower, not higher. Because some of us, we say, oh, I've humbled myself, I lower myself. No, that's not humility, that's pride. Because you are denying who you are as a man. Show up, show your presence. Even when it's tough, even when you didn't have mentorship, because most of us men, we didn't have masculine mentorship. Our mothers were very strong because, you know, hey, they were coming from a place of, you know, the post-independence kind of stuff. They were tough women. They were left by their men, you know, to defend the family. And so they were strong and masculine. And so their men became, you know, these weak people don't know how to emotionally connect. Because being strong is not just being this someone who doesn't feel. Being strong is actually feeling. It has the essence of emotion. Okay, there's a question here. There are seasons, but there are seasons in relationship, giving, taking, even though you are at level 3. Okay, very good question, Nami. Let me tell you, if you're giving, if you're taking with the expectation, or giving with the expectation, you are not on level 3. If you are giving expecting in your mind, and only you know yourself, if you are giving expecting, I'm giving this so I can get something, you're not on level 3. You're still on level 1. And if you're a taker and you just taking and taking and taking, is all about you, you are on level 1. So you're there because, and I'm not saying don't receive. When you're in level 3, you receive, not because you need it, not because you are needy. You receive because of that energy of sharing, not because of needy. And that's where you've seen relationship, people telling each other, no, without you, I can do nothing. You are my everything. We are making people gods. There's no one I can tell that. Without you, I can't. No. Let's tell each other the truth. So when you have two people that are totally complete in God and in themselves, will never tell each other without you. And by the way, when you tell someone without you I can do nothing, you elevate them to a place where now they become abusers. They abuse you. They know you can do nothing. They'll work on you. And so even when you tell other people, because everyone thinks your relationship is perfect until they get into the relationship. So when you tell people, no, Jeff is abusive, they will not believe you because you look like the sweetest couple. Okay? So it's about having two complete people. Guys, is not half plus a half. I know we come from this psychology of my other half. There's no one who is my half. You are complete in yourself. And when you are complete, then you have another person who is complete. You have the most intimate relationship because you are serving each other not from a place of need. You're serving each other from overflow. And that's what I enjoy. And the one thing I thank God for is walking the journey towards completeness and then getting, married to someone who is on that journey also. And so if you're a young person, don't do so much transformational work and then just get a needy person from the street who is just looking for someone to marry them. No, that's too heavy a burden for you, emotionally speaking. You take so much time. And if this need is not met, you drag other dreams, your career. You've not talked about your career. This is just love, relationship. But when you're fulfilled in this area of your life, my God, you can fight anything out there. When you fight out there, you know you can always come home. And home, you're a warrior. Home, you're loved and you're loving and it's your home. It's a homely place. It's a place for love. Because both of you are complete. Both of you are living your own life independently, but also living your own life for each other. Level 3, that's the goal. That's the goal, man. There's no other goal. In terms of relationship, you live on level 1, you become needy, you'll be unhappy. You realize that person cannot be God. He can't meet all your needs according to his riches in glory. He can't. He can't. And so you'll be disappointed and move from one coach to another until you see a coach for yourself, for your own completeness. And don't change because the other person needs to change. Don't change for the other person first. Change for yourself. Because if you don't have yourself, there's no relationship. Love yourself first. Jesus said, put love first. Love yourself. Love your neighbor as you've learned to love yourself. So self-love comes first. Love yourself. Put yourself first. Find out your needs. Meet them. Meet your needs. What gives you certainty? What makes you feel significant? Is it your writing? Is it your speaking gift? Find your gift, find your purpose. Don't make relationship be your purpose. Until you are born to marry me, get out of here. Go find your purpose. No one was born to marry. No. Marriage is a celebration for those who've already found themselves. Do you know this is the only thing I have? Please don't leave me. Go home. Run. Run for your life. If you're relating with a needy person, run for your life. Let them go find themselves. Have no mercy. Because that sweetness and merciness and feeling pity for them will lead you in a pit that will take you ages to get out of. Okay? Run for your life. Learn to peace, to love, to joy, to fulfillment. Find that fulfillment, your purpose. And then, after you're overflowing, you're ready. Question. One of the questions that I get asked so many times by young people is, when do you know you are ready? When do you know you are ready, for a relationship, for an intimate relationship? Let me take some water. When do you know you are ready for an intimate relationship? This is what Miles Monroe says. He's one of the greatest teachers on this subject. Miles Monroe said that you know you are ready when you don't need someone to love you. That's when you're ready. You're ready when you're not needy. And some of you have known this. I want those who are married, please share. When did you finally fall in love? Is it when you really needed someone to love you, or is it when you focus on growing yourself and focused on loving yourself? That's when people really find love, is when they focus on loving themselves. They focus on finding themselves. So prioritize you. Prioritize loving yourself. Prioritize your love. And you'll enjoy relationship. You'll enjoy relationship. So you know you're ready when you're complete. You know you're ready when you're enough. You know you're ready when you're not needy. And so get there. Work on yourself first. Stop this Facebook showcasing how you dress nicely and all that so people can see you. And you're only showing your incompleteness. Because what are you looking for? You're meeting the need for significance. You want to feel important because you are not important inside. Find your own self-importance. Find your fulfillment first, because the energy through which you start the relationship is the energy that will drive the relationship. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best. I wish you find your love, find your joy. You deserve it. You deserve it. And if you have beliefs that are stopping you and you want to break them, remember yesterday what we shared? I shared about from this book, Breakthrough with Jeff. There's a chapter here, false beliefs about ourselves and how to break them. That's what we shared yesterday. If you didn't, go find the video, limiting beliefs and how to break them. You can find them. There's a link there, actually. Find a link there so that you can understand these needs and how you meet them. I wish you all the best. I wish you God's blessing and peace as you grow. Live with passion. Goodbye.